Hey guys, I just read a post on a blog. It's called Communicating Across Boundaries on WordPress. And the post was by Marilyn about a word that is in Portuguese. It's something like saudade. I don't know how to say it. But the word refers to the longing or desire for something that is unrealistic or can't happen or doesn't exist. And they were showing how it has a lot to do, or it could definitely describe, the TCK experience of the host country and the unrealistic view you have of it after you leave. You're missing it, but what you're missing isn't really that country, and it's not really the place. It's not really the people or the culture. It's really almost a point in time that you're missing. And that's actually what I just invented. I don't even know what I'm doing. But it's like, for me, it's like time travel in my head. It's a particular point in time in that place with those people that you're missing, because you can never recreate it. It's very important to say goodbye. I personally got a chance to do that. My dad was aware of it. He's basically a TCK, a later in life teenager one. But he completely immersed himself in the culture, so he understood what we would be dealing with when we got ready to leave. So about 3 years ahead of time, he told me to start preparing, and I used every single minute of it. I went to say goodbye to every trail, and every spot, and every picnic place, and every creek, and every port, and I said goodbye to the boat, I said goodbye to the house, I said goodbye to the trees, I said goodbye to my lizards, I said goodbye to the bushes around the house. I mean, I just went nuts. But I did a lot of it when nobody was looking, because I didn't want to be the ridiculous missionary kid going around saying goodbye to the bush, you know. But it was important for me, because this was my world. So I would strongly suggest, if you're still in your coast country and you haven't come back to your passport country yet, make sure you take some time to say goodbye, because you will regret it later if you don't. If you think, oh gosh, I just want to get out of here, I just want to get back to the passport country where everything's happening and all the cool people are, and because you haven't actually grasped the reality of what your reality is going to be once you get back there. Take at least a day to say goodbye, believe me. If you didn't get a chance to say goodbye, there's not really much you can do. You can go back. It's not going to be that place, that time with those people, but you can get some bit of closure. A lot of my friends actually blocked their childhood for various reasons, and they're still dealing with the TCK issues, but they don't have the memories. So they don't understand what's wrong, because they don't have the memories, but they're dealing with the issues. So why am I having these problems if I don't remember having a problem before? Well, it's because you blocked it. You know, you blocked the cause, but you still have the symptom. So anyway, I know that my mother went back to Bolivia after she was grown, and it wasn't the same as what she had expected. And it was a boarding school in her case, so it's a little bit different. Boarding schools kind of just don't really change a whole lot, but the people change, and you realize that the view you had of the school as a child was completely different from what you see it as an adult. For me, it was a tribal location, middle of nowhere. There's nobody there anymore. So, I mean, the people are there, but it's that point in time with those people in that place that you're looking for. And I think it's important to identify that that is something that you're going to deal with if you haven't already noticed this. And I just am really grateful that my dad was there to let me know. Because when I left, I knew I probably couldn't ever go back. And I knew I could never go back to the real thing that I was looking for. And I still spent 5 years after actually getting closure. Unlike a lot of kids, I got a chance to have that closure and say goodbye, and left knowing what I was, leaving, and got back to the United States and still spent 5 years struggling to adjust, and still wishing I could go back, and still missing that world, and just wanting to stop and go back. Even if it wasn't the same place, I just wanted to go back. So, just something to think about. If you have a chance, say goodbye. If you didn't, it's still okay. You're just going to have to deal. But it's possible to get closure as long as you can identify it. That's a huge thing. All right, I'm out.